morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody, and welcome to the Game Awards Critical Decast 2014. Boo, 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 boo.
The TGA Awards, the Game Awards.
Oh man, most people think of December and they think, it's time for Christmas. I think December, and I think, the VGX, VGA Game Awards, whatever they call it, happens every year, and it just brings a smile to my face and a warmth to my heart.
Since Spike changed their name from VGA to VGXs last year, I guess we can just change the last letter to whatever we want now, right? So can we be the VGDs? Can we just do that?
Oh, please.
The
The
VGDs?
Video Game Dickhole Awards. Primed and ready.
The
Well,
long
Yeah, guys,
awards.
Ryan, you're hit it right in the head. Like, people think about family and togetherness. I think about anger and losing money.
Oh, yeah, after last year's humiliation.
And I lost more money to you than you lost to me, which is some complete bullshit.
Yeah, but we escalated last year. It started out as
Yeah.
$10, went straight up to 50 last year. You ready to
It was
drop
20,
Kano?
25. It was 25.
Oh, 25. Oh, well, it was 25. I guess 50 is this year if we're too divergent.
No, we're not going to do that shit again.
Guys, I want to tell you what I'm thankful for the holidays, and I know it's worse for you than me, but even from my point of view, I played way too many games, and by that I mean like 4. But I know you
Oh.
guys went through like at least 10 or something.
I played
I
a game. I played a game today called Game of Thrones, the Telltale game. At least half of it.
I'm gonna wait on that game until the entire season's out, but I am gonna play that one, unlike the Wolf Among Us. Like, just today, I spent a solid 4 hours playing Dragon Age and, like, stared at Far Cry for about an hour and a half trying to bring myself to start it again.
Man.
And then also Persona Q, and then I also have a copy of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire sitting in my backpack unopened right now.
As for me, I'm playing through Far Cry. I'm kind of dicking around with GTA on next gen. I never sat down and watched TV. TV in that fucking thing is kind of.
You never did? Dude, TV
I never
was my
did.
favorite. I spent like an hour one night watching TV.
Fucking, I love the fucking Power Rangers who are like assholes. They're the best.
Republican Space Commandos is my favorite.
Yeah. So I have that, and then I have like when I'm going home, I have the Metal Gear Legacy Collection, which is all the Metal Gears. I'm gonna try to play through at least 1 and 2, and also I have Diablo 3, and also gonna try to finish Wolfenstein, and play Persona Q on the plane right there.
Yeah.
Persona Q is really good. I started it last night. It's definitely Persona Q, and it's definitely worth playing if you like Persona.
If I had a 3DS, I would probably get it. But right now, I'm just beating Pikmin 3, and I think when I'm done beating this game, I'll be done with games until I think The Division? Or is there something I'm forgetting?
Or whatever, like the beta for what this Blizzard face
Overwatch?
Overwatch comes out.
Yeah.
What about Halo 5? You gonna get in on that?
Well, that's not going to be till hella long time.
That's like Q4 2015. That's
Well,
that's
beta
on my Xbox.
The beta for Halo 5 is coming.
Oh right, that is
next
that.
year.
Well, if I get into it, I'll try it. The
Or
thing is,
no,
I
they
don't...
need now because Nazi Collection's still fucked up right now.
Yeah, it is. I think they're working on it, but
But yeah, guys, I can't wait for our TCD awards where we get to talk and fight.
oh, it'll be great.
But first,
It's gonna be my
first off,
favorite.
let's get to. I'm not sure how many. Which annual Game Awards is this? I know it's the first annual. Let's be real. This is like the eighth.
This is the
Game Awards.
first annual The Game Awards,
Oh,
The Game
this is the
as
first
funded
year.
The Game Awards awards. Yes.
as funded by
Jackie?
our man Jeff Keighley.
So is this
Dude,
like...
good.
Is this the standardization for Game Awards now? Is this the new thing?
I think that's what he's trying for. That's what he's going
Like
for.
have actual awards and not just
Bullshit.
TV.
A solid like 4 hours of bullshit like it was last
Who
year.
hosted
Yeah,
last time? It was Keely and someone else.
it was Jeff Keighley and the guy from The Soup and Community.
Oh right.
Joel
He
McHale.
didn't want to be there.
He really didn't.
You can
want
see it in
to
his fucking eyes. He doesn't want to be there.
So is Spike still doing VGXs
No.
Nope.
this year?
Spike
has
only.
absolutely no involvement with Spike TV at all.
Wait, no, I mean, is this replacing that, or is Spike still doing their thing?
Well, that's the reason this exists is because Spike TV didn't re-up their contract for the Game Awards.
Oh, okay.
Keighley had to step in himself and fund the thing because he wanted it to still happen.
Which, if you want to kind of fund that, like this kind of thing, you want Jeff Keighley.
Yeah, because Jeff Keighley clearly has a passion for this.
Yeah, Jeff Keighley knows his shit. He used to be on G4 TV back in the day.
Well,
Oh yeah, G is officially shut down now. That's also a thing.
we will
I like
be.
G4 TV when it was on. They had Cliffy B before his Gears of War fame, and it had like it was really good. It was really cool.
Classic X Play is still some of my favorite stuff.
So I just want to just note the advisory board for these awards includes such names as Peter Moore, Hideo Kojima, Reggie Fils-Aimé, Fils-Aimé, and also Valve and Rockstar, I guess. Yeah,
Anyways,
that's some names.
All right.
Bro.
We will be live casting. I think we're planning on live casting as the VG. Sorry, what do we call these now? VG, whatever.
What
will we call
the TGAs?
TGA awards.
TGA. We'll be live casting during the TGAs.
Are we? Are we just
Yeah,
gonna put my
I'm
computer,
down. You just Skype
my
me into
computer
that.
in the living room? Just have my microphone hooked up to Brian on Skype? I don't know. We can do something.
Yeah.
I think that was
It'll be like.
kind of the plan.
Okay.
You guys know riff tracks done by the guys from Mystery Science Theater?
Yeah.
It'll be like that for the game.
You're usually drunk though.
I'll get drunk. I don't care.
Yeah, I forgot that's gonna happen. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Um,
Ruben, is that bottle of Fireball still untouchable?
I mean, I'm not going to drink it because fuck antifreeze. But
If I go into an epileptic fit, we take me to the hospital.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then I'm drinking the thing.
I
Okay,
will
cool.
call 911.
Ruben, the hospital's 2 blocks away. Just take me there. Come on.
I don't know where. Okay, actually, I do. Anyways, Ruben, as usual, am recording this cast, and therefore, I decided that I did not want to see these nominees. So, as I open these categories on stream, this will be the first time I'm seeing them too. So you can see my genuine reaction at all the bullshit. Also, I want to start this off by saying fuck PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He's in the new South Park tomorrow, and I am just very disappointed in South Park.
Speaking of fuck PewDiePie, let's start the show with what's up, gentlemen.
Wait. But first, I want to take a look at some of the people that are on the voting jury for this because it's kind of impressive.
Jeff Gerstmann's awesome. I love him.
Is it on the
So,
stage?
we've got people
No,
from
it's
the
on
Associated
jury and
Press.
advisor.
Luke Heston from the Associated Press is on here, which is pretty impressive. Like, Jeff Gerstmann's always a fun time.
Andy McNamara.
Andy McNamara is one of my favorites.
Fucking
Chris
Robert
Kohler from
Koo.
Wired is pretty good.
Robert Koo
Katsuhiko
of
Hayashi
Supercade.
from Famitsu, of all things.
Victor Lucas of Electric Playground and formerly the Judgment Day on G4.
Yeah. Ben Howard from GameSpot. He's always fun.
But Robert Koo, though, bro. Penny Arcade. In that rep.
Yeah. Jeremy Parrish from US Gamer. I know that guy personally, actually.
This is a good
Jeremy
list.
Parrish.
These motherfuckers know them some games.
When I used to work at US Gamer, when I was at E3, I met Jeremy Parrish. I had dinner with him one time. He was a cool guy.
Okay, so some of these people, like Luke Heston from Associated Press, Mike Snyder from USA Today, Darren Franich from Entertainment Weekly, these aren't video gaming things.
No, but they have video game sections.
Right.
The USA Today has a video game
USA Today has a a dedicated video game reporter when things come up. Yeah.
Oh man. All right, let's
or Ben Silverman from Yahoo. Yeah. But I mean, when you go down to the advisory board, like these aren't necessarily the voting jury, but there's some of the people. Like Hideo Kojima's on there, Phil Spencer's on there, Reggie Fils-Aimé, Peter Moore. Like this is really impressive.
Yeah. Like this actually seems for the first time ever to be a legit type shit.
Wait a second. Where's Mr. Pris Understand?
They went with president of Nintendo of America. That's Reggie Fils-Aimé, who's also good, but
Pris Understand.
Pris Understand.
That's a good
so the jury. So wait, the advisory board or the jury's doing the actual.
The jury.
The voting is the voting jury. The advisory board are just the people that are.
I don't know what they do.
The Game Awards is produced by. They're involved with the production of the show.
Okay.
So it's all some of the stuff these people are involved with.
How it should be shown. Yeah.
Well, I'm actually happy about this because I've always wanted. I brought it up in many casts before that I feel like there should be a central judgment for these things because when you say this game is the game of the year, before it's been like, well, who's game of the year? Polygons, IGN's, GameSpot's, Spikes, and now you just say no, it's the fucking game of the year.
We talked extensively about this a couple of weeks ago about how there needed to be a central thing, so we shouldn't go too much into that now. But yeah,
yep,
it's
this
nice.
Is pretty impressive. Yeah.
All right, so now let's get started. With
Alright.
What's not impressive are these fan voted awards.
yeah,
We're gonna
this is
start.
the
Yeah, we're gonna start from the bottom of the pit first. We don't want to.
Let's do with best trending gamer.
Trending gamer,
best.
opening it up.
Fuck did he mean?
Here we go. Trending gamer. God, why
Now
is this a
here's
category?
what trending gamer means, Ruben.
I
Trending
know what
gamer
it means.
is the PewDiePie Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh.
So this is what this is.
I opened the
To be
category.
fair, at least number 1 is Total Biscuit right now, followed by Jeff Gersman.
I don't know why he's on that list. I mean, I love him, but what does this category even mean?
What has
It means
Jeff
nothing.
Gersman ever trended on? I mean, he's great. I love.
Getting trended on getting fired from GameSpot for the fucking Kenny Lynch review.
Well, yeah, that was a thing, but
That was trending.
that trended very hard.
Apart from that, I don't know. This is a dumb category.
Well, at least PewDiePie is.
Everybody's
in
gonna
line.
win because fuck everything.
I'm gonna vote for Total Biscuit to
I'm voting for Jeff Gersman. There we go.
to deprive PewDiePie of that. And yeah, I'm voting for Gersman.
Even though our
Throw
votes
Gersman a
totally
bone.
don't mean shit.
I vote for anyone but PewDiePie because honestly, I don't know anyone because fuck it.
Okay.
Total Biscuit did the literal trailers, didn't he?
No, that was Tobuscus.
Oh, that's right.
Where the fuck is he?
Yeah, that's a good
He
question.
trends. He's great. He can sing.
PewDiePie only has 9% of the votes.
Well,
That makes
okay,
me
hold on.
think
Tobuscus doesn't do gamer stuff.
He does Let's Plays because everybody does Let's Plays nowadays. But his prime stuff is literal trailers.
I don't know. I don't have fun watching people play games like this, so I don't actually know any of these people. I just know I hate PewDiePie.
Okay, cool. Well,
Cool.
He's gonna win, so that's what.
So let's move on to Best Esports Player of the Year.
Alright,
and,
I
I,
here
think
we
the
go.
dumb category too.
Wait, what the fuck? It won't open. Here we go. Okay.
and I have no idea who any of these
Now-
people are.
One of
Oh,
these
boy.
people is a professional Hearthstone player, which I just giggled so much because I think like being a Hearthstone player and being nominated for this is kind of like being nominated at the ESPYS for Best Female Athlete when you play Magic the Gathering.
You know, I watch Trump for Hearthstone because he's pretty good, and Hearthstone in some ways can be fun to watch. I would never.
Is
I
that-
just
so-
like I'm looking at these people, and I don't know any of these people.
How about we decide by their nicknames?
Hold on.
Nate
Wait.
Shot-
Quick question. When you highlight over this, it has like a little check mark. Is that like who you're voting for?
You're voting for.
Yeah,
Okay, I want to expand the small box's name so I can actually read them without voting for them. Is
you
that
can do
possible?
that.
How?
Yeah, you just click on it and it brings up the name.
It brings up the picture.
Oh,
Yeah,
you,
and then
oh,
it has
you
their
vote
name.
via Facebook or Twitter? Oh, fuck every part of this.
Wait, what the hell?
Yeah.
I can't see like their full names. Like it just brings up their picture.
It's right above their picture, or it should be.
Not for me.
I don't know what's wrong with your fucking shit.
Unless I'm blind.
So I think we should vote best on who has the best nickname. I
All right,
think Phi is a good nickname.
I like
two
Get
letters.
Right.
Fuck it.
Which one of them does not play League?
I don't know. One of them.
I
is
can't tell any of these people what they play.
Let me go
because of their
find out. I
jacket.
have it somewhere. Just give me 15 seconds.
Okay, so Firebat is the Hearthstone player. That's that.
Yeah, he won't win.
All right, fuck it. I'll vote for Firebat because
No,
I think
wait,
it's really
the,
funny.
the non-league players are Phi.
What does he play?
He plays Dota 2.
Okay.
Nate Shot plays Call of Duty.
Oh boy.
Get Right plays Counter Strike Go,
Okay.
and Reckles plays League of Legends.
I'll just take Phi and James Fir. I can't see the rest of it.
I like his nickname. 2 letters.
He's Firebat. James is
Firebat.
Firebat. He's the Hearthstone
All
player.
right, I'll take Phi and Firebat because I think having a professional Hearthstone player is really funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I find it funny too.
I feel like that game and League are both jokes as professional games, but it is true. Hearthstone is based
Okay.
in solitaire sometimes.
It's
now,
true.
next category, best fan creation. Actually, a really good category.
I like this. I like this a lot. Only because number 1 is Twitch plays Pokemon, and that really was an incredible thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, I love the shit out of Luigi's Death Stare because it's so stupid.
Yeah.
But Twitch plays Pokemon was actually incredible.
It was a movement.
it was
That
a
was a
fucking
social
mind-bog.
movement.
Yeah,
Ruben,
it
did you
was.
know what that was?
Oh, I unfortunately knew what that was.
It was awesome.
It was
opening and closing the menu. It
Can
was
you
the
guys
best.
read 4 and 5? Because I just cannot see it.
Or I think it's
Minecraft Titan
Minecraft
City.
Type
Somebody made a
City.
full city in Minecraft, and then Mine the Diamond, some bullshit Minecraft
It was
song.
a Tobuscus song.
Yeah.
Okay, I vote for Twitch Plays Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I have to agree, even though I thought it was the biggest abortion of the century, it was very creative.
Okay,
and
what do you
very
think it's abortion then?
Because everyone wouldn't stop shutting up about it on Facebook and posting like the Jesus like curly Pokemon or whatever, and like the fucking all these memes that I hated Facebook. For,
I
like,
thought it
that
was great. I
whole
thought it was
month.
because it was actually a unique, new, hip thing
No,
that no one had ever seen before.
like I said, it was very creative, and I think it was really interesting. But what spawned from it, from the horrible people on the internet, killed it.
Yeah, then it spawned a lot of let's play Leaf. Twitch now. Twitch plays Leaf. I'm like, oh, so it's gonna go out of control now. Fuck.
They played like every game all the way up until Black and White, I think.
It was great the first time. After that, it's like, well, we've seen this already. To us. No.
Yeah.
And also, how is Luigi Death Stare number 2?
It's really funny. It's really fucking funny. It's stupid and funny.
Never got it.
I thought it was great.
I did too.
Look at that. Look at that face.
Yeah,
It's so disdainful.
That's great. I mean,
I don't really know how it's a fan creation.
Well,
It's kind of Nintendo's creation, really.
It's an internet creation. The internet took it and ran with it.
Yeah, that's true.
It probably spawned from 4chan, therefore it's a fan creation.
Yeah. So that's that.
All right.
All right. A best
Esports
team.
I don't know. I know Samsung White and I know Evil Geniuses, and that's about as far as I go.
And my rationale is, well, if you're the best team in the world at the most popular game in the world, that you're the best team, I guess. So Samsung White should win.
Yeah, but what's Ninjas in Pajamas? I think I've heard of them. I just don't know what they
Let
do.
me go see what Ninjas Pajamas are. Ninjas in Pajamas are a Counter-Strike Go team.
What the fuck? That's a thing?
That's a thing.
You don't
Counter-Strike,
know?
Brian,
Counter-Strike Go is huge.
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike Go is such a
Counter-Strike.
huge tournament community. It's going to be the next league of like esports.
Also, it's Counter-Strike.
Great.
I vote for EG because they actually have teams and games I care about.
Okay.
Who's Newbie?
I think there were.
It looks like they won something, but I can't tell
think
what that is.
I actually think it's League.
No. Can't be. It doesn't look like League.
No,
Is it Dota?
Dota 2. Dota 2.
Is it O2?
Oh, is that
Okay.
were those the guys that won the Dota thing?
I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah. That was on ESPN 2, I guess.
ESPN 3. Or was it 2? Was it on 2?
I think it was on ESPN 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
All right,
now
finally something I can actually talk about. All right, cool.
Let's just play the game.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Night, Witcher 3, Uncharted 4, Evolve, and Bloodborne.
Okay. So all I'm getting from this chart is that there aren't enough Dark Souls fags out there getting Bloodborne higher than a 5.
Okay.
Well, I've played Bloodborne before at GameStop Expo. It's what you would think.
Right.
Now,
but
Ruben,
the-
you saw that. Yeah, go on.
the Dark Souls following is like a cult at this point.
It is a cult.
It's like a new religion. So you'd think they would have more influence than 5.
No,
I don't
like,
think
this
so.
isn't order. This is just like, whatever order they put it. Oh, this is actually this is an order. God damn.
This is in order, yeah.
Fuck, okay. Ruben, you saw that Batman trailer. That
Oh
showed you.
yeah.
That
It's
was
pretty incredible.
fucking incredible.
That game actually does look really sweet, and I'm considering getting it.
Now, I'm gonna tell you my most anticipated game, and I'll tell you why. Uncharted 4. Now, here's why.
Okay.
We know what the other games are going to be. I played Evolve. It's Evolve. Witcher 2 is going to be hopefully a better, more titty, more bloody Dragon Age. Bloodborne's Bloodborne, and Batman Arkham Knight could be the game of the year. But we have no idea what Uncharted 4 will be, especially after they lost all those big names from their studio in the past year. Like, we have no idea what the game's going to be. So I am really curious more than anything else as to how this game's going to turn out.
Well-
You guys talk about this. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I think I'm also gonna have to go Uncharted 4. First of all, that's the game that would make me buy a PS4. Like, straight up, that's what's gonna happen when Uncharted 4 comes out. But also, when I talked to Nolan North, he said some things that gave me credence to believe that that game is much more than what we saw in the trailer. Like, I think his exact words were something along the lines of what you saw from that trailer was shit in comparison to what's actually coming out from that game.
Mm-hmm.
So if I am to trust Nolan North, and I am one to trust Nolan North,
Because you made you
that game's gonna be incredible. So
yeah. I mean, I hope so because I love Uncharted. I thought Uncharted 3 was a good game. It's not a 10 like IGN gave. That's for damn sure. But it was a good game.
it was a
Uh,
great game. Didn't think it was the best game that year, but I
it was
thought it
not.
was a great
It
game.
was not. That best game that year was Saints Row 3. But that's
Uh,
about different time. Batman might probably win, but I wasn't try to.
All right.
what are the vote count? I don't really want to actually
You have to
vote on
vote via Facebook or Twitter, so I'm not going to vote for anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to actual category.
All right, now let's get to the meat of the. Let's get to the
Yeah.
meaty
All right.
haunches of this
Let's go
award show.
Right category, bottom right up, then left, bottom up. Okay.
Yep.
All right, best online experience.
Sorry,
Best online
We
experience.
have
Crack
Call
it
of Duty
open.
Advanced Warfare, Dark Souls 2, Destiny,
What?
and Titanfall.
Okay, why is Dark Souls 2 on here?
I don't know
Because-
because it seems like it's not very fun to play online.
Okay, I actively disconnect my console from the internet so that I can be a human and not have people coming in with the sole intent of killing me.
Well, there is co-op. Like I did watch Chris and Moses beat a boss once.
There's co-op, except when you're playing with people you don't know, and it's never co-op.
Yeah.
I have
Like-
never once been invaded by someone I didn't know whose sole intent was to help me.
I don't think Dark Souls is really, collaborative experience.
That
So
It can be like you're able to put down a white soapstone thing next to a boss entrance, and then when you go to that thing, it summons somebody into your game that can't hurt you, but literally comes into the boss with you to fight it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's worthy of making it best online experience, not by a long
no,
shot.
I don't think so.
this is
Call
hard.
of
though.
Duty Advanced Warfare is really good. That game is really good, really fun. That's still a lot of fun multiplayer.
Yeah, but
talk
it's
about
not
Call
as
of
good.
Duty all the
In
time,
my opinion, the multiplayer in Call of Duty is not as good as Titanfall's even.
No, it's not because Titanfall is a better Call of Duty. Honestly,
Here's
Yeah,
the thing, though.
it is.
I actually need to give this to Destiny, and here's why.
Uh-huh.
Because Destiny allows you to have multiplayer experiences of different types. You
Mm-hmm.
can go questing, you can do PvP, and you can do raiding. Like
Mhm.
you have different forms of online stuff, and I feel like there's more to it than just Titanfall, Call of Duty. You want to kill each other. Dark Souls 2, someone's trying to kill you. Hearthstone, well, that's just a card game. Like Destiny has the most enveloped online experience, I believe. It's not a great game, but I think in this category it wins.
I think it will win, but I actually want Hearthstone to win because Hearthstone is the most pleasant online experience I've had with any game this year. It's
Wait.
pleasant.
You know what-
Mike.
I have fun.
Mike, I want you to realize that probably about 30% of the games you're playing are not actually against humans.
I don't agree with that.
Do you know how many bots are in that game? Do you know how many bots are in that game?
I do not.
There are a lot of bots.
Oh.
You should go check out. There's some articles. People write like how people program bots for that game, and
those
they'll
bots
just
will-
win.
Those bots are dicks.
They follow a pattern, and they will win in that game because of
Okay.
just how the game's designed.
Well, I still had a lot of fun playing Hearthstone, and it is still my best online experience.
All right.
I think for me, I'm gonna have to agree that I think Destiny is the best online experience of the year, just because that is a game that tried something new, and the new stuff that it did, for the most part, did work, and what didn't work, they've actively patched to fix. So I think it was a pretty impressive online experience because it managed to do all of the MMO stuff that it wanted to do, and it managed to do it pretty well, and it managed to be pretty fun as an online experience. However, the one that I think is the dark horse to win is actually Hearthstone.
Mhm.
Hearthstone was kind of a critical darling, where all of the critics just agreed that it was one of the best online games of the year, like far and away. So the fact that it's even on here makes me think that it might actually end up winning.
Now,
But
if you
as
guys
far
could
as me-
think of like 6 through 10, like off the top of your head, what do you think some other ones would have been?
For online experience,
Yeah, for this category.
Far Cry 4. I liked Dragon Ages Online. I wouldn't call it great, but it was fun.
But here's the thing: because Hearthstone is on this list, that means they can include games whose sole purpose is to be played online. So
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
can't they?
like Titanfall,
Can't they just? Well, Titanfall has a single-player campaign.
No, you have to play.
but it's
if you
only
want to play
online. It's not a single player campaign. It's still online.
So
It's
why?
a radio show.
Why wouldn't they like? What's stopping them from including MMOs that came out this year, like fucking World of Warcraft expansion. Let's just say.
I think they actually have a separate category for that.
Actually, they don't.
Well, they don't.
They don't.
Well, I think theoretically they could. I just don't think they would put World of Warcraft because it doesn't change the online experience very much. It changes the game, but not the online experience.
Same.
But I
same
think
shit.
I don't see any reason why they wouldn't put MMOs on there. I'm sure if there were any that were worth mentioning that came out this year, they would have done it. But like what came out this year?
like
Wilds-
yes to online.
Wait,
Who remem-
didn't Final Fantasy 14 come out this year?
No, it came out
That was
last year.
Last year.
Was it last year? Okay.
Yeah, it was my nominee for like best online game last year.
It came up in our talks last year, Ruben.
Dude, time flies for me. I can't tell you.
Yeah. Then it's been almost exactly a year. So
No, the only MMOs of note that came out this year were Elder Scrolls Online, no,
No.
and WildStar, probably not. So
Hey, WildStar has one.
So-
All right,
Makes it probably.
close that.
Best family game.
Family.
all right, best
have-
family game. This is my category right
What the fuck is
here.
this?
Disney
shit.
Infinity 2, Fantasia Music Evolved, Mario Kart 8, Skylanders Track Team, and Tomodachi Life.
Okay, I am very biased in this category because there's one clear winner for me in this category,
Yep.
but nobody's going to agree to it, and that's Fantasia Music Evolved.
Yep.
I really love that game. I still play that game a lot, and I've managed to get people that don't play video games to like really get into that game.
Mhm.
It's the best rhythm game I've played since the original Rock Band by far.
No Dance Central.
No, it's better than Dance Central by like far.
Them's fighting words, Brian.
You haven't even played Fantasia Music
I
Evolved.
don't need
Get
to
out of the house.
tell me that fucking shit's better than Dance Central.
It is.
Wait,
Okay,
what
alright.
console is Fantasia for?
Xbox 360 and Xbox One, but only with Kinect.
Wait, so do you actually dance in this game?
It's not dancing, it's more composition. It's like being a composer.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like
It's-
a 3DS game for some reason.
No, it's not. But the one that's going to win is Mario Kart 8. Let's not
But
kid ourselves
But it
here.
shouldn't, because like if I want to play against my family, I would not want to play Mario Kart because I'd get into a fight.
That's true.
That's like trying to play like a friendly game of Uno. Like you can't have a friendly game of Uno. You're gonna get into a fight. There's gonna be some kind of fucking thing thrown.
I played a game
Let me
of
get that.
Uno one time that lasted 3 hours. It was tactical Uno. We were like teaming up against each other in a Game of Thrones like environment, but it was Uno.
Yeah, that's not very family oriented. Which
No.
is why I think Disney Infinity 2.0 should win this category. 'Cause I think it's an actual
cool.
family game.
Like when I played it, it was really cool the stuff you could do in that game, but I think Fantasia edges it out as a better experience all around.
Yeah, though Mario
And
Kart
I
wins,
think Mario Kart 8 is going to win just because
it
it's
is
Mario.
it's the best game in this category.
Yeah, it is the best.
I would like Fantasia to win. I haven't played any of these games, but I like Fantasia to win because
You played Mario Kart at least once?
because it sounds like a fun music game, and I like music games. I do not want Mario Kart 8 to win. If any of these were to win, I don't want it to be Mario Kart 8 because fuck that game. I haven't played it, but I've seen enough of it. I've watched people play it. I've watched streams of it, all that shit. It's the same shit.
No, you're upside down now.
I don't care.
It's still the most refined Mario Kart of the Mario Kart games.
Yeah, it is.
That's not how you say Double Dash.
Double Dash isn't
No,
refined.
Double Dash
is
is
messy.
the best. This is the most refined.
Double Dash is the greatest. It's just like you think after 8 iterations they would spice it up a bit, and that's kind of what Double Dash did. And then they were like, well, never mind. And I'm like, what do you mean? This is the most fun I've
They're
ever had.
hovering. They're hovering. Look at them.
That's great.
It
Well,
links in
it adds
What the fuck else
another
do you
dimension
want?
to it in that when you bounce against other players in the hover mode, it actually does speed both of you up.
Also, Link.
Yeah, Link's in it, and
That's
coming
great.
next year, Animal Crossing.
Great.
It's just it's a boring it's a boring franchise to me. Really, really boring.
All right, let's move on. Best RPG. A rehard category here.
Oh
We have
Yeah.
boy.
Default, Dark Souls 2, Divinity Original Sin, Dragon Age Inquisition, and South Park: The Stick of Truth.
Dude, this is gonna be a battle.
This is a stack.
I don't want to be that guy because I made some faulty calls last year based on this.
Mhm.
But one of those games is nominated for Game of the Year, and the rest of them isn't.
Yeah, this is true.
Okay, wait.
Actually, two
What-
of them
what
are.
was it for
Dark
last
Souls
year?
2 and Dragon Age are.
God damn it.
Oh, hey, Ruben, sorry.
Brian, last year what were your calls?
Well, an adventure game, I think there was something was nominated for it that I thought was going to win for sure, like GTA or something was an adventure game. No, it couldn't have been. It was something, and then it ended up Assassin's Creed ended up winning Best Adventure Game, which I was good with. I was okay with that, but
Okay.
oh, you're right. There are two nominees on here
No,
for.
yeah, no, Mike's right. This is a stacked list. Like, I don't. The only one I don't know what it is Divinity. I'm not sure what that.
Divinity is really good. It is really, really good.
What platform?
If you like
It is
Baldur's
on
Gate,
PC.
it's like a new Baldur's Gate, basically.
It's Baldur's Gate, but you can do anything you fucking want.
Like, okay, Bravely Default, probably one of a really good JRPG of its type, and I would probably play it if I could. Dark Souls 2, religious cult following, Divinity,
Dark
probably
Souls 2,
unknown.
I hate that game, but that game's really good.
Dragon Age Inquisition, the most beautiful game I've seen all year, and South
God.
Park, the funniest game all year.
Yeah,
so it's
right,
like,
yeah.
how do you get a winner here?
I
Dragon Age
really
has
wish
games.
South Park would win this category just because I had so much fun with that game, and that
Yeah.
game is easily the most well-written game out of all of these.
Easy. But Dragon Age is better.
Dragon Age is far and away better. That's my pick for winners, Dragon
Right,
Age.
exactly.
Dragon Age is such an incredible game.
Yeah, but if Dark Souls 2 wins, I would not be surprised.
I won't be surprised at all if Dark Souls 2 wins, but Dragon Age, I really want to win.
I
No,
wouldn't.
that-
Oh, sorry.
What?
Go on.
No, well, Dragon Age, it's such an incredible experience
It is.
on top of it being an incredible game that I think it deserves recognition.
It does, though. I just have to stress, Divinity, really good. It's really good.
I don't think it has the support though that
It doesn't. It doesn't. It won't win. But I'm
Well,
just saying.
if I click this Twitter icon, I can share my support.
great.
I wouldn't care or be surprised if Dark Souls 2 won this category. I would be very angry if Dark Souls 2 did win Game of the Year as well, though.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No, I don't want the beer. So let's
That-
move it on up.
That said, Bravely Default also deserving of a lot of praise. That game was also
It was good.
incredible. But
Yeah.
Dragon Age is my pick.
Best
Uh,
pew pew pew.
Best shooter. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Destiny, Far Cry 4, Titanfall, and Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Well, I didn't play
Wolfenstein's so good.
Wolfenstein, but I've heard good things from
Real
you,
good.
Mike.
It's real good.
I've played the rest of them, and of all the ones on here, it's really close for me between Far Cry and Titanfall.
Far Cry
I like both
is
of
really
them a lot.
fucking good. It's really.
But I gotta go. I gotta go with Titanfall. I had a lot more fun. Surprisingly, I had a lot more fun playing Titanfall than I did Far Cry.
I'm thinking back, Brian, to when we played the beta for Titanfall.
Oh, that was such an incredible experience.
It was like a breath of fresh air.
It was mind blowing
But-
what it was.
Fuck, man. Far Cry is really fucking good.
It is.
Like,
It is
like,
really good.
the best open world games are the ones where it seems like shit is happening when you're not there. And Far Cry, shit's always happening when you're not there because it has its own ecosystem that is really incredible. And it's just a really impressive game.
I think
More so
more
than any game on this list.
the problem I have with Far Cry is that the world that the game takes place in is much more interesting than the game itself to me.
Yeah, the world is just outstanding with all the animals and shit happening, but
Kirat is such a really cool
It's-
environment, really well made environment. But
fucking
when you look at like the base gameplay and all the stuff that happens in there, yeah, it's good, but it's not.
it is a better Far Cry 3, but by a little bit better.
I'll vote for Titanfall because there's no other game like it.
Titanfall is probably the best game on this list.
I actually want to make a quick aside when you guys are done talking about this too.
But yeah, I think Titanfall is really fucking good. It's really fucking good. And it was my game of the year for a long time until Mordor. So I don't know. Like I love Far Cry 4 a lot. I don't know, guys. We don't know.
I'm gonna say Titanfall.
I'm
Titanfall.
gonna say I love them all, except Destiny.
Oh
So-
boy, look at this next
Hold on,
category.
wait. I want to make a quick aside, Brian. Okay, so I want to point out something. So we're not even we're barely halfway through this. Actually, not even. And we've seen Destiny show up 3 times.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Destiny has so much shit against it, and yet, to this day, it's still a full-priced game new. There have been no cuts. Black Friday, there were no cuts for it.
I know
that's
it's
Really
shown up
surprising.
3 times in the
Mhm.
awards.
Yep.
So, is Destiny a bad game or no?
It's
It
not
is.
Bad game. It's
It
not
is
a good
a game that is not perfect.
Is Activision like bribing these judges into nominating it or something? What's going on here? How is this happening?
Destiny
It
has
has a lot of
some
support. The
good
game has a
things
lot
and
of
bad.
support from players. I think that's the only reason.
Not on Facebook or any review site.
Destiny
No,
has
but
some.
it does have a lot of players that consistently play that game.
It does.
Surprisingly,
It
even
does.
to me.
Uh-huh. I'm just it's confusing.
I mean, the game looks really good. Mechanically, it's really tight, but the
Yeah,
content
it plays
around
well.
that
It's
is
just
it's not that much.
not.
Worth
the
doing.
only deal I saw for this game on Black Friday was buy it for full price and get a $15 Target gift card with it.
Wow.
There was no cuts
Great.
for it.
Well, could you consider Loot Cave as being a fan creation?
No, the game created it.
But you need to have players find that shit though.
Exploiting something in a game like that's not a fan creation.
Well, it became a thing though.
Well, I mean, if you let me go back to that category.
It's like, well, then, like, it will. Does that mean the Ouija Dust Slayer is not a fan creation then?
No, they just looked at something stupid in the game and put it.
Well,
Like the Luke
Luke
Cage.
Cage are dumb too.
If Luke Cage had created a bunch of shitty memes that plagued me night and day, then maybe. But it was just something that people did in the game. I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, that's just my quick aside. I don't know what's up with Destiny. It's confusing the hell out of me. We can go on to Games for Change.
Games for
Okay.
Change is pretty much like the best, most innovative, but they
This
just
is
decided to be.
no, it's not actually. Let me explain this category to you, Mike, because I had to look it up.
Okay.
This is Tumblr, the category. This is games that advocate societal change, social justice change.
Okay. All right. So we have Mountain, which I have not played. Never Alone, which I mean to play. Last of Us Left Behind. This War of Mine, and Valiant Hearts: The Great War.
Okay, so Mountain, if you don't know what that game is, it's a game where you spin a mountain around and the mountain is there.
Oh,
I'm not joking. That's
Okay.
what that game is.
by Double Fine? What the fuck?
Wait,
Double
what?
Fine presented it. It was like they published it. It was just one guy made this. Look it up. It's literally a mountain that is there and spins around, and it created an entire discussion as to whether or not it was a game
Is
or
that
a wallpaper.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna click this play button right here. See what happens. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, let's watch this. This is 52 seconds long. We got this.
Mountain is not on Steam. Wait, oh, maybe it is. I just typed it in.
It is on Steam.
I
I know for a fact that it's on Steam.
It is $1 on a buy right
Yeah,
now.
like I said, it inspired a discussion as to what a game is or isn't, because it's literally this, where a mountain spins around and things happen on it.
Okay.
Hold on, Mike.
Yeah.
This trailer might be the game, so you
It
can
is the
save
game.
yourself $1 by watching this 52-second trailer.
But it's $1.
Actually, no. Okay, think of it this way: you're buying a movie for $1.
That's it. Okay. I will wait.
This is.
I'll wait.
Okay. So anyway, Never Alone is the first game that's been made by an indigenous people from, what was it, Alaska? It was an Alaskan native tribe.
Mm-hmm.
So
Looks really
that's why
cool.
it's on here. Last of Us Left Behind is on there because it advocated a lesbian relationship.
Wait, what is Left Behind?
It was
is
the
the Last of Us
DLC that came out.
DLC. Yeah.
So it advocated a lesbian relationship, which is something that was advocating a change. And
Yeah.
then, admittedly, I don't know very much about this War of Mine,
This-
but I think it's about the
This
effects
War
of
of Mine is incredible. It is basically you play as survivors and scavengers of a war that's happening like inside your city.
Yeah.
So as fighting's going on, you're like trying to scavenge for supplies every night to stay alive. Basically, it's like how would you have to survive if there's a war happening outside your window? It's
Okay, well, there's
really
that.
pretty interesting. I like it a lot.
And then Valiant Hearts, which was about World War One.
Yeah, I think Valiant Hearts is a good game. I think it went on too long. Like I beat the game in 5 hours. The game felt too long because it didn't have a lot of tricks up its sleeve. I think the best one here is this War of Mine. Honestly, this War of Mine is different, more different than any of the other games here, and it's actually a game too, so that's a good thing.
Do you know what kind of gameplay whatsoever Never Alone had?
It's a side-scrolling platformer thing.
Yeah,
It looks good though. It's a pretty game.
and it's about a culture we don't really see a lot of,
Right.
like in indigenous culture. I don't know. Like, I don't really have a terribly
I mean
big
to buy it.
opinion.
I'm gonna buy it before the year's out. That's for sure. We want to check it out.
I don't know. You know, I'm gonna say, fuck it. I'm gonna say Mountain, just because that game has the balls to be
The ball
to
not,
exist.
not a game.
Yeah, it inspired a discussion on what a game is, what
Is.
defines a game.
Okay. Yeah.
Because there's interactivity in Mountain. You click the button and it spins the mountain.
That's cool.
But
I'm
is
gonna
that
stick
what
with
makes a
this
game?
War Bike. I think it's the best, most different game out of this list.
All right.
I'm not gonna vote for anything. Let's go on. Ooh,
Yep.
this is a good category.
Ooh.
Best
Come on.
soundtrack score we have as soon as this. Oh, Alien Isolation, Child of Light, Destiny, Sunset Overdrive, and Transistor.
Fuck me. I can't really say anything on this then.
Transistor is the best soundtrack of the year.
No, I say Destiny.
Fuck you.
I said Destiny when the beta happened. I'll say Destiny now. Destiny is the best soundtrack of the year.
That's great. I mean, you're wrong, but that's cool.
Hey, Brian. The important thing is where's Bayonetta 2? I don't know.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
What the
That had a
fuck?
great soundtrack.
Also, I noticed there's a category missing here. There's no best song.
Well, what song would you put on here? Let's make our own best song. What would we put in best song?
Spines from Transistor.
Uh,
We All
really?
Become from Transistor.
really?
Circles from Transistor.
Really? Look, Transistor
Paper
soundtrack
Boats
was
from
pretty
Transistor.
good.
Need I go on?
The Transistor soundtrack was pretty good, but it wasn't that good. Come on.
It was that good.
It was not that good.
It was one of the best soundtracks I've heard since I'd say Bastion.
I don't know. I'm more of an orchestral fan, and as far as an orchestral score, Destiny had the best orchestral score
And
of
also,
any video
I
game
also
I
have
can think of in recent memory.
Princess Kenny from South Park.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's also that fucking Paul McCartney song from
Okay.
Destiny.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
You know, I'm kind of pissed I didn't get to play Alien Isolation because I assumed in a game where like you're trying to dodge an alien the entire time in a very dark and lonesome environment that the music wouldn't actually exist.
Well,
I
I think
was-
they're saying soundtrack too. Maybe it's also like sound design.
Yeah.
In which case, a game like that would be very important.
Also, Child of Light was okay. I thought it was overhyped. It's just an okay game with some weird ass writing.
I find it interesting that Sunset Overdrive is on here as far as soundtrack. It had a really cool punk soundtrack, but I wouldn't call it one of the best soundtracks of the year.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know why Bayonetta 2 wouldn't be on here. But I'm really curious about Alien Isolation now, damn. I'm not going to vote for anything because I don't feel like I should have the right to do so.
I think Transistor because it has the best soundtrack and the best songs of any game this year.
I'm gonna say Destiny just because it has the best orchestral soundtrack of the year by far.
Moving on. Best mobile handheld game.
Hold on. Love Live is on. Nope, fuck this place, alright.
Bravely Default, Hearthstone, Monument Valley, Super Smash Brothers 3DS, and 3.
Okay, hold on a second. This is the stupidest category I've seen yet. They're pitting phone games up against actual, like, AAA
Handheld,
titles on
yeah.
a 3.
I agree. So I must say, guys, 3's really fun.
What the fuck is
I like 3's
3s?
a lot. 3's
It's
is
like an adding game, Ruben.
3's is
You
like
add
a puzzle
things.
game where you add up, you try to match multiples with 3. And it's actually really good. I play it a lot.
Whatever.
Just play 3's. It's really, really fun.
It's fine. I don't know if I'd call it best mobile game of the year. Out of all of these, even like Pokemon isn't even on here.
Smash Bros. There's some Smash Bros. You like Smash Bros?
Smash Bros is on there. I appreciate that.
It's Smash Bros. Yeah.
You know,
I
I'm gonna
play
say
Monument
Smash
Valley.
Bros.
It looks
I
kind
had a lot of fun with Smash Bros. But you know what I think is gonna win is Hearthstone.
Hearthstone's gonna win. Yes. This is.
Yeah.
Okay, so Monument Valley is like a better looking Echo Chrome.
It's fine.
This is Brian. Look at this trailer. This is Echo Chrome as fuck.
Yeah, no, I've played it before. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, but Hearthstone's gonna win. Hearthstone's also the best game out of this list. So.
I'm gonna say Bravely Default because fuck Super Smash Bros. With 3DS. I hated everything about that idea. The other two look poverty, and Hearthstone is actually a computer game. Fuck it being in this category.
It's on iPad.
It's on
I'm aware, but it wasn't first.
Okay. All right. Ruben. All right.
I want
Category.
Bravely Default to win. I want Super Smash to win. I think Hearthstone is going to
I
win.
would fucking love for Threes to win, but it's not gonna win. So I guess
No, come
Dumbest
on.
category I've seen
Threes,
all night.
Threes pretty good. Developer of the year.
Monolith. Next category.
We have Blizzard. I'm guessing representing Hearthstone. Monolith
Yep.
representing Shadows of Mordor. Nintendo representing I don't know, Mario Kart. Telltale representing Walking
Look,
Dead.
Mike, let's think about what Nintendo has done this year. They've done Mario Kart, they've done Hyrule Warriors, they've done 2 Super Smash Brothers games, they've done Pokemon, they've done they're just shitting games out left and right. It's not even funny. Bayonetta. They did Bayonetta.
They published it.
Oh,
They
published
didn't.
it.
They didn't develop it.
It's true.
Can we talk about this
It's
Ubisoft
developed-
thing quickly? Why is it specifically Montreal? Why can't it just be Ubisoft?
Because Ubisoft has 11 fucking studios.
Ubisoft Montreal did
Far Cry.
Far Cry?
I hope they did Far. I gotta check right now. I hope they did Far Cry.
Yeah, let's check. There's a lot of Ubisoft studios,
They have-
and
I think they have
if
some
that's the one
studios.
that did Assassin's Creed, I'm calling shenanigans.
Fuck that. Yeah. Ubisoft.
So is Blizzard here literally just because of Hearthstone and
Because they made one of the most popular online games of all time. Yeah, you're right.
and Warlords
Okay,
of Draenor?
so Ubisoft Montreal this year, they put out Child of Light, Watch Dogs, Unity, Money Quest for Epic Loot, Far Cry 4, Assassin's Creed Rogue. Put out all those games from Montreal.
Yeah, but how many of those were good?
Child of Light was okay. Watch Dogs, when it worked, was okay. Assassin's Creed Unity is a bad game. I didn't play Money Quest for Epic Loot. Far Cry 4 is outstanding.
I liked Mighty Quest.
And I hear Rogue is good.
So not Ubisoft Montreal.
Telltale, they did Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us, 2 excellent series. I love both those things.
And Game of
And-
Thrones?
And Game of Thrones.
And Game of Thrones, also they did Tales of Borderlands.
Okay. I'm just gonna come out right now and say it. Monolith is Studio of the Year
They are.
because they did Shadow of Mordor,
Yeah.
and because they're basically a no-name studio before that. What have they
Well,
done?
no.
They've done,
Monolith did Condemned and Fear.
yeah, but when was they did
Oh,
the
they
original?
did do Fear. Did they do all the Fears or just the first
I
one?
hope fucking not. Let me go check. Hope they didn't do
I
great.
love the first one.
Yeah, the
But
first one
they've
was
been
scary.
they've been relegated to like that shitty Lord of the Rings MOBA that came out and Gotham City Imposters, the last 2 games they made when they were working for Warner Brothers.
Gotham City Imposters is not a bad game.
It's not good.
Not very
It's
good.
not good.
But no, their best game is probably M2, apart from Mordor. So
Wait.
they can make some games.
Wait, what game?
Yeah,
besides?
but nothing recently. I think they went through a big restructuring
Yeah,
before
they
they
did.
joined Warner
did.
Brothers.
Wait, Mike, you said Shadow Mordor and what?
Condemned 2.
Okay. I don't like that Blizzard's on here.
For our stuff.
And I'm not saying they're bad. I like Blizzard. I play their games. But they did Hearthstone, which
It's fun.
was this year.
It's fun.
And they released an expansion to WoW, which this year.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yep.
And like you're saying, Monolith came up from nowhere. Nintendo shat out games. Telltale's been
Telltale did
ramping
their
up.
thing.
Has been ramping up, and Ubisoft has made some memorable games this year.
Better or worse. Yeah.
I just don't see why Blizzard's here, and I prefer if they didn't win. Although I do like Blizzard. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
Overwatch.
Let me tell you why Blizzard's on here, Ruben. Blizzard's on here because they made one of the most popular online games right now, and that's Hearthstone.
Yeah, World of Warcraft. What?
Hearthstone went from being a game that just came out to being one of the most popularly watched games socially.
Yeah, I know.
One of the game it had a huge name tournament that happened this year.
I'm aware. I'm
So-
very aware.
Even though if you don't believe in Hearthstone, it does have a lot of popularity, and the amount of popularity it has because of it being a game is remarkable. That's why it's on here.
Right. But Monolith's
Yeah.
the best studio.
Monolith.
I fully understand, Brian, and I knew that. I know that shit. I'm on Twitch actually pretty regularly. I just hate it.
Oh. Cool.
And I don't know. Blizzard is known for other great games I love, like Warcraft 3, StarCraft 2, World of Warcraft, and soon to be Overwatch. And Hearthstone is just kind of it happened, and god damn it, it happened too big.
Okay. Let's move on to my category.
So who do you? Okay, you both want Monolith to win.
Monolith.
Yeah, Monolith.
I don't even care. Just not Blizzard. All right.
Cool.
Sports racing.
All right. My category. FIFA 15, Forza Horizon 2, Mario Kart 8, NBA 2K15, and Trials Fusion. All right, two problems here.
I want Mario Kart 8 to win just because it's so different from the rest of the games on here.
Mario Kart better not. Two,
Watch as it does. You watch as Mario Kart 8 wins.
Trials Fusion's not really a racing game.
No,
It's more
not.
like a puzzle platformer that just happens to take place on motorcycles, so that really shouldn't be here.
That's a good way of putting it.
But let's be honest,
It is.
NBA 15 is the best sports game of the year. So moving on here.
My Spanish blood says FIFA
Forza
15 should
Horizon
win.
2, come on.
FIFA
Nope.
15, bro,
NBA.
soccer.
Yeah, that's cool. NBA.
All right, whatever.
That's cool.
Whatever.
That's
Mario
fighting
Kart
game.
8's gonna win. Let's not fool ourselves.
All right,
Mario Kart
time
8's gonna win.
for me
Yeah.
to get really angry.
Killer
All right.
Instinct Season 2.
No,
Persona
don't
4 Arena
spoil it.
Ultimax.
Fuck you.
Super Smash Brothers 3DS. Super Smash Brothers Wii U. And Ultra. Let's let him get out first.
Why is Smash on here twice?
And
Because there
Fuck.
were two Smash
Fighter.
games, Ruben.
I don't
Because there were
care.
two Smash games.
Okay, so let's be honest here. Smash Brothers is not a fighting game.
Oh, it's not a fighting game, but it still has a good chance of winning this category
Pokeballs.
despite all odds.
And final smashes are there for a fucking reason. To use them and have fun.
Yeah.
Not play fucking Final Destination 5 suck all the time. Fuck you, Matt.
All right.
Um,
I'm very happy that Ultimax made it on here, and I would love for it to win, but it's not going to.
Brian,
Yeah, the
Brian,
first Persona 4 Ultimax won, or the first Persona 4 Arena won for
Won
best
what?
fighting game of the year.
When?
When it came out, it won fighting game of the year.
I don't think it did. On
yeah,
what?
Brian, Killer
Look
Instinct,
it
that
up,
be
it
good?
did win.
Wait,
What?
wait, on whose awards?
On the VGAs.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I thought it was like, no, wasn't it Injustice or something?
I hope not.
Oh,
No, that was last, wasn't it?
I never.
It's-
Okay, whatever.
Injustice was last year, if I recall correctly.
Okay, maybe I just didn't see the VGAs in 2012.
2012 awards. Best fighting game Persona 4 Arena. Yeah.
It did. It did
Other
win.
nominees were Dead or Alive 5, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and Tekken Tag 2.
So that's not hard.
Okay, well, okay.
Okay, Brian, Killer Instinct.
No, it's not gonna win.
Okay. I think
Persona 4
Street Fighter's the best
should
fighting game.
win. Persona 4 should win. Super Smash Brothers has a very depressingly real chance of winning.
Street Fighter should win. Street
No.
Fighter's awesome.
Persona 4 is
I-
better game than Street Fighter. It's not even funny.
Street Fighter.
Get out of your
Nope.
asshole.
Street Fighter.
Okay, so this is where we get into the conversation of popularity versus esports. So, Street Fighter 4 is the big esports game. Capcom, starting last year, did their whole Capcom Cup circuit, and they are pushing the living shit out of this game as a competitive like esports game. And they're trying to get fighting games up to like, you know, MOBA, FPS, Hearthstone levels. And it's probably not going to happen, but whatever. Smash, though, has the overwhelming popularity. And Persona 4 is actually a good game. So,
Yeah.
it's really unfortunate, but it really comes down to popularity or exposure at a competitive level.
Well, keep in mind that the people voting on this aren't necessarily looking at it for exposure or popularity. They're also looking at it as the quality of the game. So I actually do think that Persona has a good chance of
It does.
winning.
It does, but I think Street Fighter is a better game.
Let's hope so.
I think it's going to be down between Persona and Smash, of all things. Like, I really wish it wouldn't be through Smash, but Smash has to get exposure somewhere, and it's not anywhere else. So,
Well,
Sure
okay,
shit,
okay.
not here.
All right. Brian, if it really,
What?
if you're talking about quality of game, then I guess it wouldn't be Street Fighter because what does the game offer aside from arcade mode and
characters?
versus mode?
well, the other problem is it's
Team
the
battle, I
same
guess.
game that has come out 100 times before, except they added some new characters and rebalanced it a little bit. Come on.
Right. So I guess in
You do
that
the same thing Persona 4?
No, because
No.
they actually changed all the mechanics in the game. Like, not just the balancing of the characters, but the mechanics of the game.
they also added
There's
new
some- there's some mechanics
modes.
Street
They,
Fighter
they
too.
also added a whole new mode, modes, and they recreated the
Full
entire
mode.
story, full with different voice acting and stuff. I guess if Brian would be right there is that Street Fighter 4 has had the same story, like same everything since Super. It's just new characters and moves. Well, actually, not even. The existing characters never got new moves.
Well, they got you can do either or like both of the ultras, right?
Okay, Eric. Yeah, that's about it. But it's like they didn't add, you know.
Mm.
They just
They
gave you
haven't
options
added
to-
anything to the game. Whereas when you look at Persona, they added a lot to the game. Like they changed the way that game is played.
Okay.
I guess I would only be well. I'll be angry if Super Smash Bros. Wins, but I'll understand. If Killer Instinct Season 2 wins, I'll be confused and angry.
It won't win. Killer Instinct 2 won't win. It just won't. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
They needed another nominee, so they threw Killer Instinct in there. That's what that is.
Okay.
Is that why we have
Best
two
action
Super
adventure
Smash
game:
Brothers?
Alien Isolation, Assassin's Creed Unity,
Ha!
Bayonetta 2,
Wins right there.
Shadow
Done.
of Mordor.
You can stop talking.
and
We've already got the winner.
Sunset Overdrive. So I did not have the privilege of playing Bayonetta 2 this year, and I had the misfortune of playing Assassin's Creed Unity. So I must say Mordor is the best action adventure game.
I've played all the games on this list. No, I didn't play Alien Isolation. That's a lie, but I don't think that's going to win anyway. I'm saying Bayonetta 2. Bayonetta 2 is the better game than Shadow of Mordor.
You know what? You might be right, but I'll never find out.
Sunset Overdrive was also a lot of fun. I don't think it's better than Bayonetta 2 or Shadow of Mordor. It's just a lot of fun. It's a very fun game.
Ruben, does Amanda own Bayonetta 2?
No, but I do.
I'm gonna have to borrow your copy and her Wii U and see if this works out.
Okay.
It's a really good game.
I hear
really
it
good.
is. I hear it is. I'd love to play it, but things happen.
I mean, I claimed a couple weeks ago that Bayonetta 2 is my game of the year, and I don't really think that's changed.
It's mine too.
Best remastered or best remaster.
I appreciate that this category exists.
Yeah, as do I.
Yeah, that's good.
There's also one clear winner in here, so that's where Pokemon is. But there's also only one clear winner in here, so we can not even talk about this.
Wait, let me guess.
GTA 5,
Okay,
Pokemon
GTA 5.
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Okay.
Yeah.
Last of Us Remastered, Master Chief Collection, and Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Okay, so Master Chief Collection is broken online in here. Wait, you can play single player if you want. I guess that's why it's on this list.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider is just a PC version poured over. It's not any different.
Yeah.
Last of Us looks good.
Yeah.
Pokemon sucks, and then we got
whoa. No, Pokemon's really good, but it's not Grand Theft Auto.
GTA is fucking incredible.
Now
Well,
this
they didn't
is
just change. They didn't just make Grand Theft Auto look better like The Last of Us Remastered. They changed that game into
Everything.
something completely new.
Like they redid animation for the first person mode. Like they added now instead of the phone popping up on the bottom right, they added your character taking off your phone, looking at your phone, as well as
Not
they added
only that, but like they added a first-person mode.
they
Like,
added
that's a thing that they added, and that changes the game considerably.
they added interiors to all the cars, so you look around the car and they have interiors now. And
And
also,
added like a assload more traffic and an assload more people populating the world.
you can read almost all of the text in the world now. Is nuts.
how do you fit this game on a disc?
I don't know.
When you're Rockstar Games and you have infinite money, then you can do whatever you
Well,
damn well
infinite
please.
money doesn't magically change the laws of physics to make 48 gigs on a Blu-ray disc work.
It does when you have most of the assets already there and you just upscale them.
Okay, Brian.
Huh.
Agree, disagree.
What?
If this had been a GTA game to come out instead of last year, have this come out this year, this would have been the game of the year.
Oh, easy.
Yeah,
It's not
This
a question.
is the best game I played this year. Again, it's weird.
Again.
At Rockstar, they're fucking magicians. They're wizards.
Wait, no, Mike, your pick for last year was Last of Us.
It was Last of Us, yes, but GTA 5 is just so much better than any game this year.
But it's not in the running.
It can't be.
Okay.
Because they wouldn't put the same game of the year twice in a row. That's just dumb.
That's not fair. Also,
And they realized it. That's why they made this category of best remaster, because they realized that we can't put the same game as game of the year 2 years in a row. That would make us look really bad.
Well, to be fair, I actually like this category. I agree, it's a great
Like-
category.
No,
I
this
think
is a
Last of
great category, especially this year when all of these games suddenly came out with remasters.
yeah, I mean, I think Last of Us was the best game when it came out last year. But with everything they added to GTA 5, it is better than the remastered version of Last of Us.
I still think GTA is just better than Last of Us, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, I mean you're wrong, but that's good. Yeah, you're right.
No.
And the only game on here I've played is Tomb Raider, and I fucking love that game. That was my game in 2012.
That came out in 2013.
2013. That was my game in 2013.
Okay. Best performance. We have Adam Harrington as Big B Wolf Among Us. We have Kevin Spacey as House of Cards Kevin Spacey from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Kevin Spacey as House of Cards.
Melissa Hutchinson as Clementine, Walking Dead Season 2. Trey Parker as Trey Parker in South Park Stick of Truth. And Troy Baker as Talion, Middle Earthshadow Bordor. Why the fuck is Talion on this list?
I don't know, because that was not a very memorable performance.
No, he was not.
Is that who you
I was
guys-
about ready to give this category over to Kevin Spacey until I saw Trey Parker as everyone in South Park, and I have to go Trey Parker.
That's cool, but Clementine.
Wait, is
Clementine.
Talion who you play as?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talion's who you as.
But, Clementine.
Yeah, but Trey Parker as literally the entire cast of South
I mean,
Park.
that's cool.
Yeah, but Kevin Spacey.
Clementine. Yeah, no, he's great, but Clementine.
I am going to write Jeff Keighley a very strongly worded letter if Clementine wins.
Clementine is the best character this year.
Wait,
That's not her performance. Isn't that great though?
Fuck
It's
you,
fine.
not that great.
It's fine.
It's
Her
not great.
performance is fine. The character is
fine.
great, but her performance is not nearly as good as Trey Parker.
Performance is fine.
Okay, Mike, I want you to look at Kevin Spacey's face. Well,
Yep.
Kevin Spacey's face.
Yeah.
Kevin
That's how
Spacey's
Brian.
face.
That's how Brian's looking at you right now. Okay.
That's cool. Clementine.
I mean, Clementine's a good character, but
She's the
I
best
don't,
character.
I don't know how that performance in terms of voice acting someone was really like as good as Trey Parker doing.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, 20
Clementine
plus
is
people.
probably the best character on this list, but the performance just isn't that good, Mike. That's
Okay.
what I'm trying to say.
It's good.
It's good. It's a good performance, but it's not perfect. It's far from perfect.
Your face far perfect.
Wait,
Face.
Mike, did you play or Brian? Did you play season 2?
Yeah, a little bit. I got like three episodes in.
Okay.
But I must say, Adam Harrington's Baby Wolf is really good. He was good.
Sure. He was fine.
He was
Like,
good.
Telltale's voice acting is fine to me. There's no character.
Brian, I will fucking buy you Wolf Among Us if you'll play it.
I'm not gonna play it. Even if you buy it for me, I'm not gonna play that game.
Fucker.
It's gonna sit there unplayed if you buy it.
Okay, so I'm going Clementine, Brian, you're going Trey Parker, Ruben.
Kevin Spacey.
All right.
All right.
Even though I didn't play the game, but I love Kevin Spacey.
Okay, best narrative. South Park, Stick of Truth, Walking Dead Season 2, Wolf Among Us, Valiant Hearts, The Great War, and Wolfenstein New Order. This is really great.
What does this even mean?
The story.
a story.
Which game had the best story?
Oh.
Which just happens to be Walking
I
Dead.
think Walking Dead is gonna win. I want South Park to win.
Here's
Just
the
because,
problem.
like, we were just talking about this, Mike. South Park is the best written game of the year.
Yes. Yes. But Walking Dead, though.
Your blind devotion to this franchise is clouding your mind.
No, South Park, but, Brian, Walking Dead, though? Walking Dead, though. Now, South Park is good, but Brian Nigga, Walking Dead, though?
Ah.
Did
Walking Dead.
Wolfenstein even have a story? Like, don't you just shoot
did.
Nazis or whatever? Or aren't
No,
you a
it's,
Nazi?
it's the Nazis won World War II.
Yeah. The Wolfenstein had a cool
Super crazy.
concept for the story, and I'm sure the story was good too. I didn't play it. I should probably play it at some point, but
Valiant Hearts is good. It's actually a really heartfelt story.
I like the concept. World War I is underutilized.
Wolf Among Us made me buy the comics. I'm now 7 deep in the books now. So I've
I got
spent about
50
100
I
people
just-
on Wolf Among Us.
I really don't like.
I like
Fables.
Fables a lot. I
Here's
love
the
it.
thing. So, Mike, about Valiant Hearts, it's like you said you beat that game in 5 hours and it felt
Yeah.
drawn out.
It felt
So
long.
it's if you're trying to write a story in such a short amount of time, you don't have the time to flesh it out as much as these other games on this list have. So I think right
felt
there
great.
it loses. Huh?
It felt fleshed out, just like the gameplay made it feel a lot longer than it needed to be.
So, do you think Valiant Hearts could have stood up to these other stories if it had been 10 hours long with like much more detail?
Possibly, yeah, I think so. But it'd have to mix up the gameplay or change that entire game though.
Right.
They can't have 10 hours of that shit. No way.
I'm really curious what Wolfenstein's story is. Like, the fact that it's on his list really interests me.
Like I said, if Hitler won World War II, that's what the story is, and it's pretty cool. But I'm going Walking Dead here because I think it was the best story I experienced all year.
Even though South
I'm
Park,
going South Park because I think South Park was the most well-written story this year.
South Park might have the best, most creative writing in terms of like comedy and stuff, but it was a pretty straightforward story, wasn't it?
Get the stick.
I don't know if I would call.
Okay, it wasn't straightforward.
Straightforward.
It's not straightforward.
I mean, okay, if this was category as best creative writing, then like South
Well, that's
Park
kind
could
of what
win.
it is. It's saying best narrative. That leaves it up to interpretation as to
does.
writing or just story.
Well, I have to say Walking Dead because it's the only game on here I've played, but I don't really think I should have a vote.
I would say South Park just because I think South Park is by far the most well-written game this year.
I think what Walking Dead really excelled in the story-wise is the fact that there was more, there's more variety in how you affect the story than the first season had.
Yeah, and also playing from Come On perspective really changed the way the game felt.
Yes. Yeah. No, you're
She
right.
stitched
You're
her
right.
own arm up.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. No. You're right. 100% you're right. I personally preferred playing as whoever the fuck you play as the first one. Lee.
Okay.
But I do agree that playing as Clementine added a very suspenseful and almost like vulnerable point of view that kind of brought the horror out in the game a little better.
She stitched her own arm up.
And she stitched her own arm.
It's awesome. Fuck that dog. Yeah, it's okay. Moving on. Best indie game.
Have I played any of these?
We have Broken Age, Act 1, Monument Valley, Shovel Knight, Transistor, and The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
I played 2 of these.
Broken Age is a good adventure game.
Yeah.
And
good adventure
Act 2
game.
is not coming out until February, so the fuck. It took
How
them
many
a year to
acts
make
are there?
Act-
Just 2? Just the 2?
What?
How many acts are there? Just the
One.
2?
There's only one out right now.
No, he means
No,
total.
I mean like how many are they going to do total?
2.
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
one to play
so-
the white boy and one to play the black girl.
Well,
You play as both of them in Act 1.
Yeah. But the way that thing ends is kind of awesome.
I want to watch a trailer of Shovel Knight because this just looks like the funniest thing I've seen.
It's
Shovel Knight has a lot of popularity.
it's an SNES game pretty much.
Yeah, they
So
made
it's
a
asshole.
new SNES game.
It's also an asshole. It's hard for no
It's
reason.
really good though.
It's good, but also fuck that game. But it's hard for no reason.
It's supposed to be. It's a NES game. What do you
Yeah.
expect?
That also fuck that game. Transistor is a strange game. It's
I liked it.
it's vague for no good reason.
It explains it pretty well. You just kind of have to explore.
It doesn't really let you because if you explore, you kind of get locked out of where you just came from. It happened to me a few times.
No, I mean like explore with the combat and the
Well, yeah, yeah,
linking and the mechanics of the game. That's what I mean by
yeah.
explore.
Here's that. I mean, yeah, I like it, but I think Bastion's better. But it's still a good game. Eventually, Ethan Carter is interesting. It's an adventure game. Looks good. It's kind of mystical, but not really. It's hard to explain.
God, I feel like this game is like ripping off every SNES platformer I ever played.
It's
That
not
is in fact the
it's
point
an
of that
homage.
game.
Different.
It is an homage. They purposefully built the game to be every Super Nintendo or every Nintendo platformer in one game.
Alright, I'm done with this. That actually looks kind of funny. Like if I get it for free, I'd probably play it. Transistor is the game that you said was better than Binary Domain, and then he said, "Hey Ruben, here, play Binary Domain." So there's that.
I played Binary Domain.
I enjoy
thought
Binary
it was
Domain
fun.
more than I enjoy Transistor.
Wait,
So-
what?
I
No,
said I enjoy Binary Domain more than Transistor.
Oh, I thought you. I thought I asked you. You didn't say that.
I think I told you. Okay, no, I said, knowing you, I think you'd enjoy Binary Domain more than Transistor.
Oh, yeah. Well, I played it because you bought it for me, and it was okay.
So I think Transistor should. But I think Shovel Knight will win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Transistor should win. I think Shovel Knight will win. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Transistor will probably. Well, I feel like Transistor will win because it's the only game I've ever heard of on this list.
Okay. So now,
Really, you didn't hear about Shovel Knight? It was
Nope.
really popular on
That is
like
why
social media.
I just looked at the trailer for the first time.
oh, that game's dick.
That's
What?
surprising. Like Shovel Knight was actually really popular.
It was.
What's the
It's also
of
a dick.
Ethan Carter? Is this like a historical game or something?
No, it's like
No,
a adventure game with like kind of sort of paranormal stuff, but not really paranormal stuff.
yeah, it's kind of mysterious.
Oh, we'll watch the trailer.
Okay.
Let me just skip to like 30 seconds in, and
Tuesday.
this is indie.
It's indie.
This is kind of pretty for an indie game.
It is really pretty, yes.
Huh.
Okay. So here we are.
All right. I'm getting ready.
Prepare your body.
Game of the year. We have
3, 2, 1.
Bayonetta
Click.
2,
Yes.
Dark Souls 2,
Why not?
Dragon Age Inquisition,
I like pretty games.
Hearthstone,
Fuck no.
and Middle Earth Shadow.
Shut up.
Yeah, kill people.
This is a pretty good lineup.
This is a great lineup.
If
Like this is a for an off
If-
year based on
if-
last year. This is a hell of a
if
lineup.
every other game but Hearthstone wins, I wouldn't be that mad.
Mike, remember when we watched those
I'd
Ori
be a
emo
little mad if Dark
OVAs
Souls
at your house?
Yeah,
Remember what that did to me?
yeah.
That's gonna happen again if Hearthstone wins,
You're gonna punch my couch again?
at the least.
Ugh.
It's
Okay,
just
so-
I think Hearthstone is here to fill out the categories. That said, I understand why it's on here.
I
It's
think South
just-
Park should switch out
South
Park.
Park probably should have been there instead of Hearthstone. I agree to that.
Yeah, at least.
South
or
Park
Titanfall
wouldn't
with
have been either.
Hearthstone. Yeah.
It's just like you have all these games that just clearly have a lot of work, dedication, development, just a lot of good shit, music. And then you have Hearthstone where they just put a bunch of cards in an engine with just God,
I like music in Hearthstone.
it's almost insulting, like to everyone else. They're like they'll be like, why do we even try anymore? You know?
Hearthstone is a good game. It's not a bad game. It's a good game. I don't think it's game of the year good though.
No, it's not.
South Park is.
Yeah, South Park.
I'd say
definitely is.
Titanfall is, but not Hearthstone.
I don't know. It's like putting 4 like 5-star diners and then putting McDonald's. Like, well, McDonald's sells millions.
I think Hearthstone's better than McDonald's in that comparison.
But it's just not.
I think if you put like I don't know like Fuddruckers.
Hey, I like Fuddruckers.
Yeah, but it's not like 5-star.
No,
It's just
So
like,
so is Fuddruckers the Hearthstone of restaurant chains?
of restaurants, yes.
I'll take that. That's cool with me.
Yeah, like I'll eat at Fuddruckers every once in a while. I don't get Fuddruckers when I'm back. Fuck, that's what I should have done when I should have gone to Fuddruckers. I don't have a Fuddruckers around here anywhere. Like legitimately, most of those restaurants that are in Arizona, I'm able to like drive to within an hour. There's no Fuddruckers here.
Mm.
But
That sucks.
that's beside the point.
Shadow
Yeah,
Mortar is really good, guys.
It is.
It's really,
I don't
really
think
good.
it's. I really like Shadow of Mordor like
I
a
feel like
lot,
it's more
like a
than
lot, a
like-
lot. I think the Nemesis system
Is incredible.
is incredible. It's one of the best systems I've ever seen in a video game.
Right.
And the game came out of nowhere.
So Brian, would you think? Okay, would think system things better? The Nemesis system or Far Cry's ecosystem?
The Nemesis system.
Far Cry's system is really fucking good.
actually,
it's
now
really
that
good.
It's really good.
Now that you
But you
say Far Cry,
But you don't have the impact on Far Cry's ecosystem that you do on the Nemesis system.
True,
Where you're able to play
true.
the system.
Like
And that's
those
why I
fighters
think-
spawn.
Your actions have very conceivable impacts in the
True,
Nemesis system, and that's what makes it so incredible.
Yeah, that's true.
guys, speaking of Far Cry 4, there's actually no FPS whatsoever in these Game of the Year.
Also,
we
No,
have,
there isn't.
also Far Cry 4 is a better game than Hearthstone.
for sure. We have action, RPG,
Action RPG.
Very RPG. Dragon Age is very RPG.
and then Shadow of Mordor is action. So, and then
Card-
Hearthstone is just a card game.
Okay.
What the fuck happens here?
Bayonetta 2 wins probably.
That's my
Yeah,
hope.
I like Bayonetta 2 a lot. I don't think it look, Bayonetta 2 is my game of the year. I'll definitely give Bayonetta 2 game of the year.
It is the best game of the year that I did not play. Or could not play.
What do I think will win? I want Bayonetta 2 to win.
I think it'll.
And I hope that the reviewers will think it's just as good to vote on it. I don't know if they will, though. I think Dragon Age has a better chance of winning according to this particular lineup of industry professionals.
I think Mordor. I want Mordor to win, but as long as Hearthstone does not win, I'll be satisfied.
Yeah, that's what I say. I feel like as long as it's not Hearthstone, and I would kind of prefer Dark Souls 2 not to win.
Yeah, I don't really want Dark Souls 2 to win. I like Dark Souls 2, and I get that it's a very well-crafted game. I just think that a lot of the other games on here are more deserving.
I would like Dark Souls 2 over Hearthstone if it came down to it.
Okay, so that's that. I just want to mention the games coming out next year. What we think next year best game will be. You got Halo 5 coming out next year.
Sure.
Batman Arkham Knight coming out next year.
Yep.
Evolve, which the quote unquote alpha kind of bummed me out a little bit.
I enjoyed what I played of it at GameStop Expo. I think it's a fun online experience.
We got Witcher 3 coming out.
The Division.
I tried really hard to get into the Witcher games, and I still haven't. So
right.
maybe Witcher 3
Mike, MGS 5. Huge.
MGS 5.
Huge.
Oh, God, there we go.
Huge.
There we go. There we go.
Brian.
My boner's back.
Star Citizen.
I have a friend that's really into that game's beta. Like, he really likes it a lot. Is that actually coming out next year? Do we know that yet?
They have like $68 million Kickstarter. They fucking have to come out next year.
Did they say that they would be out by this next year?
I think they did. I'm not positive though.
Hold on, what was
Because as far as I know right now, all they have is space combat up. They don't have any of their citizen stuff yet.
They have the SARS part.
What's the Star Citizen
not
game that I said that I heard about that's not Star Citizen?
No Man's Sky.
Thank
No
you.
Man-
Yeah.
Oh,
is that
fuck
next year?
Me, No Man's Sky.
Yeah, that game.
Fuck. Wow. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I tried 4.
Probably.
The Witness. Jonathan Blow's new game.
That game's been supposed to come out for like 2 years now.
I know. It's weird.
I don't really know what to think about
We have
that.
Assassin's Creed Victory announced today.
Look, Assassin's Creed Unity wasn't perfect. I still liked running around revolutionary France, and I'm sure I'll love running around Victorian London too. So,
Supposedly the Mad Max game is coming out next year.
that's a thing, huh?
Yeah.
Who was making that? Like Gearbox or something?
It wasn't. No, it was Just Cause 2 guys.
Oh yeah, that's kind of weird.
Okay, Mike. What if Black Desert comes out next year?
Fuck is that?
That Korean
didn't
MMO.
you link it?
Oh right.
Wait,
No, that's.
that was Moses. Oh,
I'm
whatever.
sure it looked
Yeah.
pretty and not play that well.
I don't even think America cares about Korean MMOs, so
They really don't. They really don't.
They
Ruben.
care about Maple Story.
I played Maple Story. I'll give you that.
Oh, is Final Fantasy coming out next year?
Final Fantasy 15. I doubt it.
Doubt it.
And when's Legend of Zelda coming out?
I doubt next year. Oh, maybe next year. Actually, I think Zelda has a good chance of coming out next year. Yeah.
Oh fuck me! How about Miami 2?
Oh yeah, that's happening.
What if they made a Zelda game where like all the different Zeldas from all the different Zelda games like met?
That was kind of
That'd be
Hyrule
kinda
Warriors.
great, stupid. Oh, we also got Mighty Number 9 coming out next year.
I already kickstarted that. I'm getting that already.
But the game I want to play is Ratchet and Clank Remastered. All Ratchet and Clanks. I want to play them again.
You might as well just play Sunset Overdrive because that's kind of what that was.
Can't. It won't. So you know. Okay, so
Well, that's a
guys,
problem
so
with me.
gut feeling here. Name the first game comes to your mind. When I
For
say
next
2015 Game of the Year, Brian, go.
2015 Game of the Year, Legend of Zelda.
Ruben.
Arkham Knight.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Fuck, that's what I meant to say.
Okay, look.
Okay, Brian. Okay,
I think
Ruben,
Legend of Zelda is going to be the game of the year next year if it comes out next year.
Okay, Ruben, you want?
And that's just based on what I've seen and based on what I've been told. I think Metal Gear Solid 5 would have to be mine, if not Zelda.
Ruben, I'll go again. Batman Arkham Knight. Ruben, go.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So this was kind of, I mean, coming off of last year, which had, in my opinion, 3 games they were like top game decade games,
Right.
and BioShock, GTA 5, and Last of Us. This is kind of a down year, honestly.
Well,
Well,
let's
for a
let's
down
look at
year,
this.
this is still a
It's
good
still a
year.
good game.
Comparison to fucking 2012, where we had like what?
Walking Dead. Well, okay, 2012 for me were Walking Dead, Journey, Far Cry 3, Borderlands 2, and XCOM. My top
Here's
5.
what the nominees were that year. It was The Walking Dead, Assassin's Creed 3, Dishonored, Journey, and Mass Effect 3.
Assassin's Creed 3 was a bad game though.
Well, that's what was nominated. That's the very definition of
Well,
a down year.
That's all wrong because Mass Effect.
Well, I mean,
3
Borderlands
game.
2 wasn't nominated. Xenoblade Chronicles wasn't nominated.
Was Far Cry 3?
Far Cry 3?
Yeah.
No.
Fuck, what?
Far Cry 3 I don't even think was nominated for Best Shooter.
That's some bullshit.
Brian.
No, it wasn't. Are you sure it was that year? Are you sure it wasn't the year after that? Because
I'm almost
like
positive.
it's not nominated on here anywhere.
I guarantee you.
Didn't we look at that up recently, Mike? When I was like,
We
man,
did.
time
It
flies.
was-
I think it was the end of 2011.
No, I'm positive it was 2012.
Okay. Well, last year, Last of Us, GTA 5, Bioshock Infinite.
Yep. Look. This is why. You want to know why?
Why?
It came out after they finished their nominees.
Okay.
It was December 4th, 2012.
So it must have been last year then.
But yeah, no, Brian. Last year, the big three, Mario 3D, and then
Yeah.
what was the 5th nominee?
Bioshock Infinite, Super Mario 3D World, The Last of Us, Tomb Raider.
Oh, Tomb Raider. So, actually, I can't even say that anymore. Oh, okay. So taking that list, comparing to this one, I mean, just from my standpoint, it looks kind of similar, except this here has Hearthstone for just popularity reasons.
But the problem is that for the most part, GTA, Last of Us, and Bioshock are better than any of the games on this list.
Not at all. Not at all. Like,
I disagree with that.
okay, Bayonetta 2 is leagues over Bioshock Infinite.
Mm-hmm.
I would even say Dark Souls 2 is a better game. Like,
I don't agree to that.
Last
I don't
of Us,
even agree to Bayonetta really, but that's just
Last of Us, I mean, had a great story, but was the gameplay and like the actual game portion of that game better?
Yes.
Here, okay, sorry. Let me go over. Let me go over the problem with last year's games. They had great stories, great environments, great characters, but they all had not Game of the Year level of gameplay. I think that was the big problem. And I think 4 out of the 5 games on here all have better, more interactive, more interesting gameplay than any of those previous games.
the Grand Theft Auto? Oh no.
I played tennis the other day, Brian.
Yeah, right?
It's kind of okay. It's kind of okay.
I might say like The Last of Us, when you boil it down, is a third-person shooter, and Bioshock Infinite is a first-person shooter. So I'll agree with you there, but Grand Theft Auto is something way different.
It's Grand Theft Auto game.
It's its own beast, and it's much better, I think, taken on its own than any of the games even nominated this year.
And it's like I guess apart from the Nemesis system, Lord of the Rings is a Batman game.
Look, if you play Shadow of Mordor for a last-gen console, that game is
Fuck that shit.
just bog standard because it doesn't have most of the Nemesis system in it.
Bad.
It has like a
Fucking
minimal
fun,
version of the Nemesis system in it.
Well, they should really make a discrepancy between what game they're actually. I hope they talk about the next gen version then.
Yeah, no, they're definitely talking about the next-gen version.
But the thing, like,
as a pure video game, there's no game this year that came out that was more refined down to like being perfect for what it is than Bayonetta 2.
I agree with that. Now, one more question.
Huh.
What unannounced game do you want announced next year?
Boy, what
I
unannounced
had
game.
this. I actually had this in my
And
head,
Ruben,
and I
Fam
completely forgot.
does not count.
That's already announced.
Hey, Ruben, wait a minute. We forgot about our most important game next year. What about the Division?
I talked about that.
He said that. Also,
didn't.
is Overwatch coming out next year?
Overwatch?
Yeah.
Probably.
I hope so.
Well, if the beta's in February, you should hope they can release it within 10 months.
Okay, there are 2 games I want to announce next year. 2 of them. One, Fallout 4.
Okay.
The other one, Prince of Persia. It's been how many? It's been like almost 8 years.
Here's what I'm thinking. I want announced Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Okay.
And a new Star Wars franchise.
We have Battlefront 3.
No, I want a new Star Wars franchise, a new Star Wars game.
1919 or 1313, whatever the fuck it's called.
1313, like sure, I'll take 1313, but I want something. I want something to explore the Star Wars universe the way Knights of the Old Republic did.
How about a proper KOTOR 3? Like
yeah, there we go.
3.
I'll take that.
Well,
BioWare isn't doing anything right now except
Star
working
Wars
on Mass Effect.
Jedi Knight 3.
BioWare's working on a new Mass Effect game, but what else are they doing? Nothing.
Well, they have an unannounced thing too, as well. Some other thing.
Oh yeah, that horror game. That's right. Yeah. Never mind. I won't take Knights of the Old Republic 3 because that's probably not going to come out for another 4 years.
Did the new Mass Effect actually get announced?
Yes, it did at E3.
Okay.
No, here's what I want. I want Visceral Games. Visceral? Is that the studio that did Dead Space?
Yeah.
I want Visceral to do a Star Wars game.
Okay.
And I want them to do it based on... There's a Star Wars book that came out. Like, I know it's not canon anymore because the extended universe was all nixed. But there was a book that came out called Death Troopers that was about a derelict starship that these stormtroopers go on to find out what's going on there, and there's space zombies.
Okay.
I want that.
All right. Okay.
Actually, I know. I have a
also,
game.
we have. I think Silent Hills is coming out next year too.
Oh yeah.
Is it? That's 2 years out, I imagine.
Really? Okay, here's one that we've been expecting for 2 years, but have had nothing said yet, and that is Tekken Cross Street Fighter. I want that.
That's not gonna happen.
I want that.
They keep saying it's going to.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Just Cause 3 is like 2 years out. God damn it. But Brian, I want Fallout 4 so bad. I want it inside me. Where is it? Where is it, Brian?
Fallout 4?
Where's Fallout 4? Tell me where it is.
It's coming eventually. I mean, what else is
I wanted to come my face.
Bethesda doing now?
I want it coming now, in my face.
Wow. Let's look at Bethesda right now as to what they have done and what they have on the pipeline.
Skyrim, they did.
They did Skyrim, and they've taken care of their Elder Scrolls games, both of them.
Poor things. Yep.
They did The Evil Within, but that was mostly Shinji Mikami anyway.
Yeah,
so.
they published that.
Yeah, they did Wolfenstein.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one. That was a good publish.
They currently, to my knowledge, don't really have anything announced right now, so I can't help but imagine there's going to be some big game announced.
Oh, fuck us! Announcements are going to happen
at the VGX or the VGX. At
TGAs. Well, why not?
Brian. I'm not judging you at all. Just let it go. You can just say whatever you want.
I want the VGX back. That's really what I want.
I don't want the VGX back. I lost money.
I do and I don't. I want both of them. I want the Game Awards. I want them to be legitimate, but I also want just the sheer terribleness that was the VGX back.
The VGX will forever be the awards show where I left $25 poor.
To be fair, VGX rolls off the tongue a little easier than TGA.
Yeah, it's true.
But I think we're gonna have some announcements this Friday. I think it's gonna happen.
I hope so. That'd be cool.
Game announcements.
Yeah, I'll take game announcements. I mean, look at the advisory board that they have on there.
Yeah.
We could get something from Kojima.
Like what?
Like more Silent Hill stuff.
And instead of Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero, you get Metal Gear Solid Sky High. What the fuck?
Oh, I'll take that.
Please understand, we sell for
$50 on like the top 5 floors of a skyscraper.
Reggie Fils-Aimé could be around showing off Nintendo stuff. Last year he showed off
Vitality Sensor. Finally.
Like what?
Finally getting it.
The what?
Vitality Sensor.
Oh, the Vitality Sensor?
Yeah.
Please, just they should not do that.
We're probably gonna see announced this Friday.
What?
I already see some gameplay up. I think we're gonna see some gameplay of Fable 4.
Fable 4?
Yeah,
There was a 3?
there's a 3.
Yeah, there was a Fable 3. Nobody likes it, but it was there.
Yeah.
No, there is a Fable game coming out. It's not Fable 4. It's Fable Legends.
No, not Lost Chapters. It's like some kind of.
God, can people stop putting the word legends onto like the end of a title to
No,
make it sound new and innovative?
What's the new
True
Fable
Blade
game?
Legend was alright.
The new Fable game is that 4-player co-op game where the one person plays DM.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I don't care.
Yeah, it is Fable Legends actually. Yeah. So, I'm looking forward to Fable Legends. I think it looks cool. I like co-op games and I like people playing DM.
That's cool, but it's not.
That's why I like Dragon Age's multiplayer so much because it's basically that. It's 4 players taking on dungeons.
You know what Bioware to do?
What?
Jade Empire 2.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I know. Jade Empire was interesting.
Who owns the rights to that franchise?
I don't know. I don't know. But I think it is the right time for Jade Empire. That'd be cool.
I don't even know what that is. So
Jade Empire was
Something.
who published it? That's what I'm looking
It was
for.
Bioware made it. I'm not published it.
Microsoft. It was Microsoft.
Yeah.
I think Microsoft actually owns the rights to it then.
Yeah. No.
Brian,
What?
I have some business question for you regarding Microsoft and the Bone. And
Oh, yeah?
I want your input on it. So, when these companies make Black Friday deals, they kind of have to plan them out ahead of time, right?
Yeah.
So how
What?
how long ago did what? Hello?
Sorry, no, it's fine.
How long ago did Assassin's Creed 5 come out?
Assassin's Creed
Unity.
5?
Yeah, Unity.
Oh, Assassin's Creed Unity. It came out in October,
November.
November. Was it? Oh wow, it was like less than a month ago, huh?
Yeah.
So, why was Unity the bundled game?
Well, the bundle actually came with both Unity and Assassin's Creed 4.
I understand Black Flag, like that's been out for a while, whatever, it's very cheap, they can bundle it because there's no loss there. But when Ubisoft Ubisoft published Call of Duty, right?
No.
Yeah.
Activision.
Activision.
Call of Duty. Yeah, that's Activision.
Okay, Ubisoft, Far Cry,
Far Cry
ACV, and there was one other thing Ubisoft did.
The Crew.
Watch Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs. I don't get why it had to be 2 Assassin's Creed games. Why not why not 4 and like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare or like Titanfall or like
Well, those
Well,
are different bundles. There was a Titanfall bundle. It's just when they go to these bundles, they go to one developer and they say, "Hey, what games do you want to put in this bundle? We'll give you a fair amount of money for you to put your game in this bundle, and then you'll make some of that money back on it when we sell a shit ton of these." That's how the bundles work. So they had a Call of Duty bundle where they went to Activision and they said, "Hey, put Call of Duty in this bundle," and then money was exchanged,
Right.
and then that's what the bundle was.
but
And then there was another bundle that was the Sunset Overdrive one for Microsoft, and then there was the Assassin's Creed one. Those were the 3 bundles.
But the Assassin's Creed one was the $330 Black Friday deal, which honestly I think that's just like the new price point for the console. I think Microsoft's trying to trick everybody.
I'd be very surprised if Microsoft brought it back up to 400.
Yeah, no, I feel like they're just trying to disguise it as a limited time sale, but it's just gonna be like the new price point, which would be a very.
So you're saying it's a $5 foot long of game sales?
Yeah.
Look,
But
like
I don't
the
get
350
how.
price bundle made them so much money. Like Black Friday, like far and away the most bought console was the Xbox. Like it wasn't
Right.
even close.
Because everybody already has a
So-
PS4.
And that's
Well,
the thing.
that could be said too, but also I think the price point had a lot to do with it.
Oh, definitely, for sure. Like I bought.
$350 for a console, that's $50 less than the PS4 at this point. That's
Yeah.
a much better deal, and it came with games.
Well, the Target deal was good because it's $330 plus tax. So yeah, it goes up to like $360, $350, whatever. But then you get a $50 Target gift card.
Yeah.
Which I mean, at Target's basically money. Or sorry, because it's for Target, it's basically money. You can get anything you need for your daily life there. And I just think that's such an amazing deal. I was to the point where I was almost pissed off. Actually, I'm kind of pissed off that I did the trade-in deal for $100 of my Xbox 360 to get the bone. The only benefit for me is I got to choose my game.
Lucky for you, you got to choose your game.
And like, and that's why I'm wondering why Assassin's Creed for the cheap bundle, because Assassin's Creed 5 is a $60 game just like all these other recent games that came out. And I wonder, did it do, were they were they expecting it to do bad or something? Why that for the cheap bundle?
I think they had an agreement with Microsoft that, hey, we'll bundle, if you bundle our game here, we'll put the DLC on like Xbox first. I think they had some agreement they had DLC on my Xbox first.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's been like console agreements like that before.
Yeah, but I mean, I know a guy who bought the Bone on Black Friday, and there were people lining up with Bones at Target, and they weren't the only ones doing the sale. So I have to believe Brian when he says that it was definitely a highly sold console on Black Friday.
Well, I don't know if the numbers have came out, but they did a pretty extensive poll on what people bought, like coming out of the store on the holiday season so far, and it wasn't close. Like it just wasn't close. I think it was like 58% of consoles sold based on this survey was the Xbox One, with the PS4 coming in second at like 30 something percent. And the Xbox 360 in third, and the Wii U in fourth.
Is this Microsoft just waving their money like in the air? Like Sony can't afford that kind of bundle, but
Maybe.
Microsoft can.
It might be. It's getting sales. I don't really know.
But no, I think they have to keep the price low like this now, because it's kind of like
well, their sales have gone up so hard as a result of it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a recent example. I feel like when you know you can get something for a certain price and then it goes back up.
You guys. Persona 5.
Is that? Oh shit! That is next year. Well, there we go. That's game of the year. Yep.
Well, no, Dancing All Night is.
I forgot about Dancing All Night. How could
That's
I
the game of the year
about
right
Dancing
there.
All Night?
I might beat it for that dumb shit. If the beat it.
You know, Mike, I was actually trying to figure out why I was still gonna buy PS4, and you just reminded me Persona 5.
Yeah, man, I forgot all about that shit. It's coming out Q. This is looking to be a really great year for games next year.
Like, I was trying to think to myself, like, why do I need a PS4? What is coming on the PS4 that I need? And you just answered the question.
Also, Battlefield Hardline is coming out.
I thought no one was getting that anymore.
I think they're gonna have a hell of a time marketing that game. That's
I like that beta. I like that multiplayer.
No, the game is fun and the game looks really good, but after the whole thing with Ferguson, that is gonna be a hard sell.
I don't care.
You think I'm joking, but
I'm not. No, I don't think so. I just think like that's funny. That's a good point. It's a funny point.
Yeah.
Brian, all right. Something I just remembered. I don't know why. Probably because we're talking about horrible video games. Have you heard anything about that stupid game that we were all like getting angry about, where you just kill people?
Oh yeah. Oh shit! I don't remember what it's called, mostly because I don't want to remember.
I didn't watch that trailer because I don't feel like being mad. So.
Yeah.
Have they been like shut down yet?
What? No, they're still around. You can't shut them down. It's not like they're doing anything illegal. It's just
in bad taste.
Yeah, it's in bad taste.
What? Wait, you were saying something like? Did anything happen from that? Like, are they still working?
No, they're still around. They're still working on the game. It's like Steam's. I don't even know if they're on Steam, but nobody's gonna shut them down. It's just a game that's in bad taste.
All right.
I don't know if it's even gonna sell anything. They went for shock value and they got their shock value.
So I'd see a quick aside. I signed up for Cards Against Humanity's like
holiday bullshit bundle?
Holiday bullshit. So I think I'm getting some holiday bullshit soon.
Just sent to
wait, did you do the 1-day thing?
I think
with the actual like shit that's coming to your door?
Yeah, I get a bunch of shit throughout the month.
Yeah, but are you getting the literal shit?
No, I didn't do that. I didn't get the box shit. I didn't get that.
Wait, are they?
The guys from Cards Against Humanity said that they would sell you a box of bullshit for $6. Then a bunch of people bought it because
this was on Black Friday.
Humanity, and they ended up actually selling a box full of bullshit.
No, that was their Black Friday sale.
Yeah, it was a Black Friday bullshit
really
sale.
funny.
But no,
Yeah.
holiday bullshit is like they send you a bunch of dumb stuff throughout the entire month. You don't know
Okay,
what it
that's
is.
better.
So I'll let you guys know how that works out.
I would have hated to work for them and be the ones who had to package that shit up to be shipped out. Oh, that's terrible.
I'm sure it's frozen. I'm for sure it's frozen bullshit.
So, Mike, you're just gonna get like new cards sent to you, like
I don't. They don't even tell you what the gifts are. You don't even know what it is. It could be cards. It could be not be cards.
Hope it's not bullshit.
Hope it's not bullshit too. Like you pay $15. It's over now. Pay $15 to get some dumb shit throughout the entire month.
All right.
Let you guys know how that works out.
Yeah,
It's
good.
like Loot Crate, but stupider somehow,
Right.
or better. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, I got dinner waiting for me, so
I got some. Gotta get some rhinos. Got some rhinos here.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. That was the Critical D, VGD, TGDs.
TGD,
From the TCD,
TCD.
the game D.
Thanks for listening.
and they were gonna quote unquote
Yeah.
live cast it on Friday
Yes.
night.
Yeah.
Ideally.
We should.
I'm down.
Okie doke, we'll figure it out, I guess.
I'll bring the studio mic.
Okay, all right, cool.
All right. Later.
Later.